For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns. Let's review the first hour trading pit for this beautiful Monday morning. We had ACGL from the Fastball XRV plan. This one would have had an entry up above 84.37. Never got up there. Traded down. Traded right around the central pivot most of the day. 83.42 was roughly the stop that I had in place for it if it would have triggered, but no trigger on ACGL. Similar story for FMX. This one, 84.93, was the go line. That's where we were looking for a breakout. And, of course, stock tried getting up there this morning, never quite ticked. Found some selling pressure, started trading lower, traded right through what would have been the stop for the day, 84.08. Sort of bounced around there for a while and then kept moving lower down through the central pivot and all the way down to S1. So no trade on FMX for the morning. GKOS, also from the XRV plan, traded us in right off the opening bell. We got a price improvement on this one, which generally speaking is not the greatest indication in the world when price is moving so slowly that we're getting a better fill than we expected. But anyways, it got us in right above this 40.06 tick, made it 50% of the distance up to its profit objective, and then turned around and I had a stop set right at the close from Friday. So I moved the 39.45 stop, not quite to break even, but instead I moved it up to a violation of 39.94, and that's what wound up ticking me out of that trade. So really I'm going to call that a scratch stop on GKOS. QTS opened, traded down a little bit, popped back up again, got us an entry right above 41.41, and then over the course of the morning when we had this range forming here, I decided to move my stop up just below these lows here and below the morning. And I wound up on this one actually taking about a 27-cent per share stop out. If I would have just left the stop where it was to begin with, down at $40.79, I would have wound up going into the latter part of the day, still in the trade, still with the opportunity at least to make money. But this one really was not moving over the course of the day. It was really tracking the Dow Jones REITs, and those have been flat to lower all session. All those no-shows and scratch stops, though, came on the heels of WIX, W-I-X, which opened this morning, traded us in, went straight up to the $1 per share profit target, and then reversed and came back down, drifted around for the rest of the day. So we did manage to pull $1 a share out of one of these this morning. That's always the goal. You know, on Saturday we talked about 96.70 being the initial stop on this, and I said, the first thing I'm going to want to do in the morning is see where it trades and try to ratchet up behind it. So in this case, we did not see trade first thing in the morning that did anything with support and resistance. But if we would have seen this down here before we saw this, then we could have used this level right up in here as the area that we were looking to for a stop. So right away, we would have had the opportunity to start tightening this thing up. But as it turned out, there was no need because WIX shot straight up to our profit objective, and that trade really made the XRVs for the morning. In the first hour trading pit, we also had two Baltimore chop candidates. Both of them went. We had PCG. This one was a flip top. I did not get this one. Ken Olson got it. You had a 39.03 entry right off the first bar of the day. So the second bar was your trigger bar. You had an easy place to rest a stop, $38.75. And then, of course, this one really made a beautiful move here because it went and gave us a perfect fib expansion up to $39.68. So nice move there. I think Ken might have caught a little bit more of that, but that was a beauty. I always find those hard to trade because I'm focusing on the XRVs. But if you have got the brain space in the morning to look at more than XRV and trading plan and scalper and all that stuff, and you can catch that Baltimore chop flip top, that's usually a pretty good setup for the morning. We also had SRE. This was, of course, the one that I set up and did in the room. So this had a 116.71 entry. The stop on this one when it triggered was right up above this bar that created the high, so about 117.34. And you'll recall the target was 114.93. That's what we called in the room. And then, of course, I wound up getting out at 115.46. Tried to give a little bit of room to breathe. Didn't happen, but that wound up being a really nice trade as well. So the short side trade on SRE Turned out to be a really good one, as did WIX. If you were lucky enough to get PCG, you did well with that one too. And I think we had a really good Monday morning in the first hour trading pit. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.